Group A, today we will introduce an Animal Crossing in virtual reality game. During the pandemic, many countries have instituted lockdown policies, so quarantine and remote working are become more and more common. This also forces people to spend more time at home. In order to solve this problem, our group decided to virtualize the game Animal Crossing so that users can immerse themselves in the fun of nature at home. The new experience of IP plus VR mode can increase the stickiness between the game and the users, and at the same time revive the quality IP materials. Well-known IP have huge commercial value and a loyalty audiences. Animal Crossing's VR game is a combination of action games and exploration games. Players can experience various jobs in the game by setting up their own characteristic. The addition of VR technology also can make players get a more realistic gaming experience. For the access issue, first of all we set up the identity association and face recognition system. Minors can only pass the association and link the game after the association for their parents. Secondly, we have an anti-addiction system through the limited game time to prevent users from addiction to the game. Next page.
Okay. Animal Crossing is a game about family, friendship, and community. Things that are being taken away from most people as countries go into lockdown to protect their population from the coronavirus. So one of the reasons why Animal Crossing is so popular right now is it helps self-isolation feel less lonely. Second, the game is very simple and cute. Player has totally freedom to decorate, exploit, and modify the world as they want it to be. It also happens in real time and has a non-linear nature, which means players decide when they want to do things and how they want to do it. For example, people grow up in cities don't have experience to farming, but it doesn't mean they don't want to be close to nature. The game Animal Crossing gives a chance for those people to experience more in virtual world. The idea of making a VR version for this game would totally satisfy customer demand. Okay, next page.
Under the influence of COVID-19, the change is brought about by the combination of virtual reality and Animal Crossing. First, a more realistic, immersive gaming experience can promote friendship between friends. People cannot go out at home due to the impact of epidemic. Playing games with friends through virtual reality not only avoids the risk of infection, but also increase contact with friends, and you can also experience life that you can't normally experience. In real life, we may all live in cities without farms and animals. In this game, people can experience new things. Next page. Second, the combination of Animal Crossing and virtual reality can bring more revenue to the game. Game brands can produce and sell their own branded virtual reality. People will definitely buy the game when they play this game, which increase sales. Next page. Third, you can add public welfare projects to the game. For example, planting a tree in desert oasis is equivalent to donating money to public welfare projects. This model will also increase people's awareness to environmental protection and increase people's liking for the game. Next one.
Okay, fans of the simulation generation will have a hard time deciding which to play, Animal Crossing or The Sims perfects the relaxing formula best. Next page, please. The biggest, most fundamental difference is, of course, that the player controls their character directly in Animal Crossing. This can be done through modes and such in The Sims, naturally, but in terms of the games as presented, Animal Crossing gives players a lot more freedom in that way. It depends whether you prefer a more passive life sim or one that lets you experience life for yourself. The second difference is The Sims, for instance, addresses the concept of the life cycles of Sims. Your beloved creations will grow, age, and eventually pass away. These are fundamentals that Animal Crossing doesn't really acknowledge, let alone implement. The third reason Animal Crossing wins is that it drives players to play every day. If you are a fan of the Animal Crossing series, you will know exactly what I mean by this. You've got to check the stores, each of which having rolling stock. You've got to water your plants, see which special character is on your island today. Is there a visitor in your campsite? Is that new event still going on? There is really nothing quite like this series for little and often bursts of gameplay. Okay, next one.
I will introduce marketing messages and new market opportunities. Next slide, please. With use of VR and sensory gloves, we can still feel the joy of farm work even in the virtual game world. We can complete to tasks together through cooperation with our friends. Customer will not only witness and harvest online, searching of offline can still have real rewards. Next slide, please. Customer can plant a fruit tree in the game from planting seeds and sprouting and blossoming and protecting fruits. When accessory operations have been completed, the real fruit can revert to customers. Next slide, please. When customer constantly playing the game of the game world and completing various tasks, we can plant trees in urban or desert areas in the name of customers. Next slide, please. According to 2020 carbon trading report of the Chinese government and the last policies of environmental interests, China will invest more than 100 million pounds in projects related to environmental improvement and carbon emission reduction. At the same time, it also promised to increase continually forest coverage. Our game will also cater to national places and contribute to low carbon life and green environment. Thank you for watching. We are Group 8. That's finished.